What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video today. So, March Madness is over. It is over. The amateurs are done. This is professional basketball now. NBA playoff predictions. Roll the intro and let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into these predictions first. The Thunder, it's going to be to be continued. They play later today. It's the Mavs and Grizzlies, but it doesn't matter. I have the Thunder winning this. Either way, I mean, you look at their team. They're tall, they're quick, they're young. 32-8 on the road in a very tough conference they're in. I mean, division they're in. Very difficult, but they don't have much experience. Enough experience to obviously get through the first round, but that experience might come to haunt them in different games. Shea, Dort, Williams, Holmgren, Hartenstein. Hartenstein has been very good. Also, Shea, of course. But I'm going Thunder easy here. Okay, next. Nuggets and Clippers. Nuggets are obviously known for doing good in the playoffs, but this Clippers team, I think they are for real. They have an 8-game winning streak right now. And look at their team. Harden, experience in the playoffs. Powell averaging over 20. Leonard, obviously experienced in the playoffs. And Zubac, a very good defender that I think could give Jokic a run for his money. They're 2-2 against the Nuggets, and obviously for the Nuggets. But that huge streak, you know I love a huge streak going into the playoffs. Nuggets don't have that streak. I'm going Clippers. So Clippers and Thunder in the next round. Lakers and Timberwolves. I think this is another one. Lakers, they just find a way to win in the playoffs. Timberwolves not as much, obviously, and the Timberwolves are still young. But this is going to be a difficult series. But I'm still going to go with the Lakers. I mean, you talk about James Reeves, and Doncic is honestly good enough to beat this team 4 times at least, I think. And also 31-10 at home. Amazing at home. They're obviously experienced. They're quick. I'm going Lakers over the Timberwolves. Okay, Rockets and Warriors. This Warriors team, they're undersized. And the Rockets, they're oversized. So the Rockets, they already have an advantage there. I really like this Rockets team. Van Vliet, Green, Sengun as well. 23-17 on the road. That's okay. Not as great as some other teams in this conference, but I think it's enough to get through a pretty decent Warriors team this year. So I got the Rockets and the Lakers. So Thunder, Clippers, Lakers, Rockets. No, pretty much boring there. The Thunder versus the to-be-continued team. That's my lock. So let's go down to the East now. Cavs, they're going to play the winner of the Heat and Hawks, and I think both these teams are weaker than the Mavs and Grizzlies, so Cavs, obviously. And they're young, but they do have a little bit more experience than some of these other teams. They have pretty decent depth. 30-11 on the road, that's obviously very good, and they play in a very tough division. 64-18, obviously. Garland, Mitchell, Mobley, Allen. Good all around. I'm going Cavs over the to-be-continued team. Pacers and Bucks. If you watch the channel a lot, you know I live in Indiana. So, you know, I'm a Pacer fan. This is the jersey I picked up to record. So, I'm a Pacer fan. But, man, the Bucks, they got experience in the playoffs. But this Pacers team, they have very good depth. It will surprise you. Mathurin, obviously, one of the best 6-men. McConnell coming off. And I think this is a really good team. Bucks as well. But the Bucks, they are hurt. And they don't have much depth at all, even in the starting 5. You have Prince starting. You have Lopez, you can say, is not a great center to start. So I'm going to go Pacers here. Obviously, Halliburton, Halliburton, Turner, Siakam, Nembhard, Nesmith, and then Mathurin off the bench, obviously. So I'm going to go Pacers here in the second round. So Knicks and Pistons, I was actually pretty high on the Knicks until I actually saw how they played. And pretty kind of a slower team. The Pistons, they look pretty good. This is a really toss-up. The Pistons are 3-1 against the Knicks. They're on a win streak. They're pretty young, and they play in a very tougher division than the Knicks do. Knicks, probably the easiest division in there. Cunningham, Thompson, Harris, Duran. They also match very good against the Knicks. They have a pretty good away record. And again, they're on a winning streak. I love winning streaks going into the playoffs. I have the 6-3 upset. I got Pistons over the New York Knicks. Celtics and Magic. I think this is actually going to be my lock for this round. I'm going to go Celtics over Magic. Not much to explain. Celtics do amazing in the playoffs. Yeah. Okay. Thunder and Clippers. This is a very interesting series, in my opinion, because you talk about a very young team versus a very pretty much old team with Harden and all Leonard, obviously. But an 8-game winning streak is for real for the Clippers. But this Thunder team, they're amazing. 32-8 on the road, I already said. They're very quick, probably the quickest team. If you watch them play, they just go back and forth. Chet Holmgren at a power forward obviously shows you that they're lengthy, but they're young. They're young. I have experience. If you watch the channel, you know I have experience pretty much as my top priority. Clippers, they didn't get it done. Their road conference is okay, but they're home. They're amazing at home. If they take one on the road, this is the Clippers series. This is a Game 7 series. I'm calling it now. If I feel like the winner of the Nuggets and Clippers is going to give Thunder a tough task, I'm going with the Clippers. I think the Thunder have not shown that they can play in the playoffs. They're a regular season team. The Clippers, they've had pretty decent stretches in the playoffs. Not really lately, but these players individually, Harden, Leonard. Harden obviously great in the playoffs. Leonard obviously great in the playoffs. And Zubac, he's going to take out Hartenstein and maybe even Holmgren. He's a very good defensive center, And Powell, I just don't see how the Thunder are going to guard all these players. The Thunder have very good depth, but I'm going with the Clippers. Okay. Fight me in the comments. Fight me. I'm going with the Clippers. I have a feeling. Okay. Lakers versus Rockets. Very interesting series. Pretty much the same thing as Clippers and Thunder. Two Los Angeles teams, one old, one pretty much young but is taking over. Lakers, Doncic, Reeves, James, Hachimura, and who's their center right now? I should know it. I don't, but that's also another reason why I'm actually going to go with the Rockets. I know they're young, and I know I like experience over playing, but the Lakers, they don't have much depth. It's James in the playoffs. They're 31 and 10 at home. But the Rockets, they're better all around. They have very good depth. I just really like this Rockets team if you can't tell. So I'm going to go Rockets. Okay. So, Cavs and Pacers. This is going to be my lock on this side. I'm going to go the Cavs over my hometown Pacers. This is just because I think the Cavs are a better team. Their numbers are better. Their stats are better. They're better on the road and pretty much at home. So I'm going to go with the Cavs over Pacers. Don't need to explain much there. Pistons and Celtics. I don't need to explain much here as well. Pistons is not good enough to guard this Celtics team. I got them going. So next, Clippers and Rockets. I'm very high on this Clippers team, but I'm also very high on this Rockets team. This is going to be very similar to Thunder and Clippers. I think it's a very similar series. But the Rockets are weaker, and if I have the Clippers going against the Thunder, they were already on an 8-game streak. Imagine that momentum. They're strutting to the finals, in my opinion. I love this Clippers team. Experience always finds a way to do good in the playoffs. I'm going Clippers. If they get through that Nuggets round, which I feel like it'll be a tough series, they have so much momentum right now, and they beat good teams in their stretch. It's not like bad teams like Spurs, and they beat pretty decent teams. They beat Mavericks twice, I believe, and they beat good teams in the playoffs. I think they beat the Lakers in that stretch. They beat good teams in that stretch. They beat the Warriors last, obviously, in Golden State. It's not an easy thing to do. A playoff team in California is tough. So I'm going with the Clippers with that momentum. Fight me. Okay. Cavs and the Celtics. This is a very tough series. Cavs, they're younger, but they're 64-18. They play in a tougher division than the Celtics. They have good depth. Celtics, obviously amazing in the playoffs. I'm going Cavs. I really like this Cavs team. So this is where it gets interesting, in my opinion. Clippers versus the Cavaliers. Cavs 64-18, obviously. I've said that so many times, but it's huge. Garland, Mitchell, Mobley, Allen. They've got depth on their team. Clippers have depth. Clippers have the experience. You can just go back and forth with what these teams have. But this Cavs team, they can their defense is superior. I think they're going to pretty much lock down the Clippers. Even with that momentum, I got the Cavs winning the NBA Finals this year. And score prediction. I don't know. How many points will be in the final? And well, the finals MVP score. Oh my god, that's even worse. What was that? 7 games, 20. I'll say 140 because it probably won't get there. So that is my NBA predictions. Thanks for watching, and hit that subscribe button down below. Put your comments down below because you're going to disagree. And I will see you in the next predictions video. It'll probably be a wiffle ball tutorial video. So I'll see you in that next thing. Make sure to comment down below.